Hello friends, welcome to this evening session. Today has been a marathon of session. 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and now 6 o'clock, and again 9 o'clock in the evening. And as mentioned on the schedule, the 6 o'clock meeting in the evening is conducted in English, especially for the benefit of those who follow English language. And the session at 9 o'clock again will be in Hindi. So those of your family and friends who are more comfortable with Hindi, you can definitely ask them to join us for the session at 9 p.m., which will be exclusively in Hindi. And to get going with this session, allow me to share the PPT. Ranjit sir, I would just want your confirmation if the screen and the audio is clear.
Yeah, screen is clear, audio is also clear.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ranjit sir. So here we are, friends, to discuss the untold story of water. You know, whenever we think of water, there are many take-home messages. You know, it looks simple, transparent thing coming into our glass. Of course, now I'm sipping something which is colorful, coffee. Keeping a notebook and a pen would be beneficial in many ways. You can make down notes and then you can share it with your family and friends. And if you have any questions at the end of the session, you can also clarify your doubts. Starting with the sources of water, we know it's from a well, it's rainwater, it's harvest water, it's streams, it's rivers, it's the sea, and then finally into our taps. But did you know that water stores and carries messages? Yeah, water can play the role of a courier service. You can transfer a message of any message that you want into water, and this water can carry that message along with it. So here, when we are looking in terms of the hidden messages in water, I would encourage you to read this book. It's a New York Times bestseller, and the author Masaru Emoto, a research scholar. I was lucky to have read this book almost a decade ago. And ever since, it has intrigued me. You know, the whole topic of water has intrigued me about the messages that water can carry. But for your information, I would encourage you read the book or at least watch the book reviews on YouTube. What you will realize that this group of scientists picked up water samples from the Fujiwara Dam and they put it in the laboratory through a process of crystallization. And then in the second case, prayers were offered. Prayers were offered along the dam. And the water samples after prayer were also put in the laboratory for crystallization, and see the change in the crystals that were formed. When the words like love and appreciation were exposed to water during crystallization process in the laboratory, a beautiful crystal was formed. Mozart's symphony was exposed. Imagine the famous musical score of John Lennon, when played during the crystallization of water, gave rise to a beautiful crystal. The word love, the word peace, the word thank you. But when the same water was exposed to harsh words like I will kill you, I hate you, I don't like you, or abusive language, the crystals distorted. This gives us an insight that we can communicate a message to water, and that message can be transmitted. The message can be transferred. In line with this, wake up every day, hold the first glass of water in your hand, and you place your hand over this water and transfer a message. Every day, in every way, I am getting better and better. And when you have transferred this message to the water, and you take a sip, the same message is getting transmitted to 70% of who we are. Because the basic normal known facts is that Earth and the human body, same in terms of the composition of mass and water. 30% land, 70% water. Similarly, the human body also consists of 70% of fluid. Are you aware of the fact, till date, with so much of advancement in technology and transportation, waterways is one of the most relied and the most trusted and heavy used transport system in the world. Whether it is transporting people, whether it is transporting cargo, whether it is taking care of our borders and taking care of our sea, it is the naval force, the submarines, the frigates, the warships, the travel yachts, the luxurious cruise. Waterways is considered to be the safest and also the most widely used transportation system. Well, that can also be compared to the human body. Water plays an important role just by sipping. We don't realize the value. We take it for granted. But statistics say 90% of the brain is water. Water regulates the temperature of the body. Blood consists 83% water. Blood helps in detoxification of the body. Bone consists 22% water. It protects and moisturizes our joints. Water transports nutrients and oxygen into cells. It moisturizes the air in our lungs. It helps our metabolism, protects organs, helps our organs to absorb nutrients. Muscle consists 75% water. Wow, that's so much. But are you aware that the normal body pH is supposed to be 7.365? Well, you can make note of this, but to leave a long-lasting memory for you, you just have to remember simple phrase: 7 days a week, 365 days in the year. So the normal ideal pH of the body is 7.365. We cannot live in 100% alkaline state. Neither will we survive in 100% acidic state. So please make note of this. Neither can we survive in 100% alkaline state. Neither will we survive in a highest acidic environment. What we need is to strike a balance. And 7.365, 7.4 is that ideal balance. There is so much of literature. There are so many books that speak volumes about the ideal pH of the human body. But ideal is the case to be. Reality is far from being ideal. You know, if you are looking at it from the Ayurvedic perspective, you and I need to keep 7 tissues nourished, which is also referred as the Sapta Dhatu. Okay, so that can be, begins with plasma, then comes blood, then muscle, then fat, then bones, then bone marrow, and then there is the reproductive sperm and ovum. Now, when we are looking at this Sapta Dhatu or Rasa, Rakta, Mausa, Medha, Asti, Majja, Shukra, all of these tissues need nourishment. And what science says, these tissues remain well nourished only when the pH is balanced. So water functions XYZ amount of roles in our body, but this is possible only if our pH is balanced. Now, acidic as we have become, talk about pollution, talk about adulteration, talk about our sedentary lifestyle. But what we need to realize is the words of wisdom of a Nobel Prize winner, Dr. Otto Warburg, who won his research and accolades based on his conclusion, quote, "No disease including cancer can exist in an alkaline environment," unquote. The reason why we insisted that you keep a notebook and pen handy, these are words of wisdom that we cannot afford to miss. No disease, including cancer, can exist in an alkaline environment. What Dr. Otto Warburg is encouraging us to do is to maintain the normal pH of our body and to be disease-free. It's a tall claim, but imagine getting a Nobel Prize for this research on the importance of maintaining the pH of the human body. This is a war, friends. Acid versus alkaline remains a war in the current day situation. And when we are looking in terms of water or sources of water, many of us depend still on tap water. Some have the privilege of filter water, some packaged water, and some mineral water. Now, majority of the bottled or packed portable drinking water is labeled as packaged drinking water. We would just flash 20 rupees and ask the storekeeper to give us mineral water, and he gives us a bottle. Okay, but that's not a mineral water bottle. Please read the packing carefully, and the label says packaged drinking water. If you find out the real sources, there are many brands that are selling added mineral water, and that could be anywhere in the range of 70 rupees to 120 rupees a liter. So what we are buying for 20 rupees is packaged drinking water, not mineral water. So here comes the importance of the word mineral water. Now, what are the role that minerals play in the human body? Well, it's from hair to toe. From the tip of our hair to the tip of our nails, minerals play an important role. From smiles to piles. From smiles to piles, minerals play an important role. From the skin, I mean the outer skin, to the gut, the inner skin, minerals play a very important role. So to say, from womb to tomb, minerals have a very important role in our life. Some of the minerals that we can think of, no offhand: zinc, iodine, boron, phosphorus, sulfur, magnesium, manganese, chloride, iron, chromium, potassium, calcium, sodium, selenium, copper, few of the minerals that we can think of, and their roles are immense. What are the sources of these minerals? Food and water. Now, if it is to be found in our food, it needs to exist in our soil. But what research has identified is the poor soil condition in India, where many of the minerals are missing. So not many of the minerals found in less quantity, but many of the minerals are missing. So if it is missing in our soil, it is definitely not going to be found in our food. And the little minerals that still remain, we have some amazing cooking habits. Okay, so it is not that cooking destroys minerals, but the way we cook food, overheating, reheating, pressure cooking, so many techniques that we use destroy the little minerals that are there in food as well. If you and I remember the periodic table that was there in our chemistry laboratory, okay, and this used to give me nightmares in school, and remembering the 108 minerals and elements that are there, 84 of them, minerals and trace minerals, are found to be very useful in the human body. So now when we are looking in terms of minerals, friends, I want to draw your attention to the words of Linus Pauling, a Nobel laureate of a unique distinction, a double Nobel Prize winner, not one, but two, to his name. And one of his findings says, quote, "You can trace every sickness, every disease, and every ailment to a mineral deficiency," unquote. Like the research of Dr. Otto Warburg, I would definitely want you to make a note of this sentence. You can trace every sickness, every disease, and every ailment to a mineral deficiency. Friends, does this bring us closer to realize what we are missing when we are not aware of the role of minerals in our diet? So, two areas of concern: acidity and mineral deficiency. Please make a note of this. Two areas of concern, common to all of us: rise in acidity and depletion or deficiency of minerals. So here we have a problem, but we also have a solution. Okay, and the solution is concentrated mineral drops, which is also called as CMD. So you can make a note. So here, friends, when we are looking in terms of concentrated mineral drops, and this is considered to be a Vestige Prime product that is coming to our doorstep, What do we need for a healthy lifestyle? This is what was known to us. This is what was known to us. Simple things, yeah? Good diet, regular exercise, active lifestyle, fresh air, fitness. This is known. But what about the role of minerals? Okay. Were we aware of vitamin deficiencies, nutritional fulfillment, protein requirement? And are you aware that India is a protein deficient country? Many of us suffer with protein deficiencies, hair and skin issues, and over and above that, even mineral deficiencies. Minerals, which are naturally occurring, inorganic elements or compounds having orderly internal structure and characteristics of chemical composition, crystal form, and physical properties. All this and much more. Why do we need minerals? This is not a science class where I'm going to give you too much information of what minerals are, but why do we need minerals? Walking, we need minerals. Talking, we need minerals. Thinking, we need minerals. Sleeping, we need minerals. I am talking and communicating to you, I need minerals. You are listening and trying to digest what I am trying to communicate also requires minerals for everything, friends. That important a role do minerals play. So does that mean our food doesn't consist of minerals? Lot of it contains. It should, ideally. Now, potassium loaded in banana, calcium loaded in milk, manganese in mangoes, iron in spinach, zinc and selenium in eggs, cashew. But the $1,000,000 question is, how much? I heard a report, I read a report once, which suggested to have the right amount of potassium in the human body, we need to consume 12 bananas every day. Wow, 12 bananas every day. I mean, who does that? 6 glasses of milk for the right amount of nutrition that you have to get from milk. 6 glasses of milk? I don't do that. Mango is seasonal, is not 12 months of the year. So manganese is limited to 2-3 months. That also if I'm regularly consuming the fruit. Spinach, one cannot have on a daily basis. And eggs, how many eggs a day? How many cashews a day? So quantity becomes a challenge here. Technically, from our food, we derive 16 to 18 minerals. But the healthy human body needs about 60 minerals. Minerals assist our body in maintaining a proper balance of water. How good is that? So we realize the importance of water, but minerals assist in our body in maintaining a proper balance of water. So sources of water, we have already realized, friends, we are the ones who are responsible for having polluted and depleted them. Water remains polluted thanks to us overuse, overconsumption, and especially what we have done to the seas and the rivers with plastic. And earth, we have been depleting with loads of chemicals, fertilizers, and pesticides. Brings us to the whole question back again. Minerals are essential for cellular nourishment. But then minerals getting depleted, resources getting depleted. So cells becoming unhealthy. If cells are unhealthy, tissues become unhealthy. Tissues becoming unhealthy, organs become unhealthy. Organs becoming unhealthy, systems become unhealthy. Respiratory system, digestive system, lymphatic system, everything under threat. Because cellular nourishment is not happening at the optimum level. For example, minerals like calcium and magnesium help in the absorption and transportation of vitamin D3 in the body. Wow, so much of sunlight, but majority of the people suffering with vitamin D deficiency. So why isn't the vitamin D from the sun being of any help to us? Because two important minerals play an important role in the absorption and transportation, calcium and magnesium, which is less in our body. So there is no absorption and transportation. So even if resources are available, it is not getting absorbed. Degraded system, as I told you, polluted environment, adulterated food, sedentary lifestyle, giving rise to a lot of symptoms of mineral deficiency, which you and I are not aware of. So we don't pick up the pulse. We don't realize why it is happening to us. Fatigue, getting tired is a very common sign, right from school-going children to the grown-ups, to adults, to the elderly. Numbness, muscle cramps, dental decay, tooth decay, gums getting some kind of infection and bacteria, brain fog, restlessness, low immunity, and brittle hair and nails. These are some of the common symptoms of mineral deficiency. Well, if you're looking at common diseases caused due to mineral deficiency, the list can go on. I mean, I could take away anyway 3 to 4 hours of your time just trying to tell you of the diseases that you and I are at threat and what are the minerals that we face in terms of depletion. If the mineral called iodine is on the lower side, then deficiencies and disorders like hypothyroidism, goiter, okay, and increased risk of stillbirth, birth defects, infant mortality, cognitive impairment on the rise. If calcium is in deficiency, decreased bone mineralization, rickets, osteoporosis. Then we are looking in iron deficiency, well, reduce in learning and working capacity, lower hemoglobin, maternal and infant mortality, low birth weight. Zinc. Zinc became very popular during the pandemic. Okay. And there are a lot of papers and a lot of WhatsApp University messages coming across. There should be more zinc in our food, and that can increase our immunity and ability to fight COVID, and also the side effects of the post-COVID recovery period. Poor pregnancy, impaired growth, genetic disorders, decrease in resistance to infectious diseases. The deficiency of zinc. Fluoride, dental decay, weak bones, selenium, cardiomyopathy, cardiovascular disorders, increased cancer. And we are looking in terms of cancer, friends. Are you aware of the statistics where the Medical Association of India, there was an article that was published in the news, and also a lot of news channels covered this report. India is going to see a surge in cancer cases by 12% in the next 2 years. By 2025, India will have a surge in cancer with about 12%. That's almost like cancer in every home. Are we aware of these facts? And like the mineral deficiency, our whole ability of moving into conscious ability, voluntary service, we are moving into an acidic environment. No, we make a conscious choice to remain acidic. So how can we keep our body alkaline? How can we keep the levels of minerals to the optimum level? Well, concentrated mineral drops is the solution. When we start using alkaline water, it brings our body pH to that which is optimum. Like I told you, 7.365, 7.4 optimum level. Okay. Alkaline body is going to give us a healthy gut. Reminding you of the fact again, friends, we are not talking of zero acidity. We need certain amount of acid. It has to be in the right quantity. It has to be in the optimum level. But we really need to realize that studies have shown that consumption of alkaline water can actually enhance the growth and stimulation of good bacteria within the gut. You know, many scholars refer to the gut as the second brain. But if you put a little time and effort in understanding the functioning of the gut, you will realize that this is not the second brain. This is the first brain. Taking care of it becomes equally important. So what can alkaline water do for us? Now, the moment we add CMD drops into water and water becoming alkaline, how does it benefit? Neutralizes acidity, restores body functions, improves immune system, increases blood oxygen levels, delivering more energy to the body. Then we're talking of higher pH and reduces the need for fat and cholesterol to protect from damaging acids. Improves the body's absorption and nutrition of important elements and nutrients. Alkaline water is negatively charged, so it is an antioxidant, therefore reducing cellular and DNA damage caused by free radicals. Here, my personal interest increases in improving the body's absorption of essential nutrients. See, all the food that we eat, everything that we consume has nutrition, but that nutrition needs to be absorbed. Some of us who are big fans of supplements consume a lot of supplements. But what is important in the supplements has to be absorbed into the body. When we use concentrated mineral drops in the water, this enhances the absorption level of nutrition into the body. So the efficacy of food and the efficacy of supplements, and also the efficacy of those on regular medication will improve and increase when we start using alkaline water. So Vestige Prime CMD makes our water alkaline. So a few drops in water, and how it is to be used, from where it is sourced, coming this information coming to you now. This comes from Utah's Great Salt Lake. Contains a full spectrum of the required minerals, restored and purified water to fulfill the ionic trace minerals necessary for the human body. The minerals in CMD are highly bioavailable, which result in faster absorption. Okay, CMD goes through a 2-year evaporation process and the highest standards in the industry. If you're looking in terms of the source, you can do your Google search, you can do your own little homework to find out what is so special about Utah's Great Salt Lake City and the methodology used in the process of the manufacturing of CMD. And what is good for us to know is that Vestige Prime CMD in India is directly from the Salt Lake of Utah. Why is this unique? This is unique because it comes with a series of certifications. So certified as 100% vegetarian, so Certified Vegetarian Association. Then we have gluten-free certification, halal, NSF, grass, kosher. So you and I can be rest assured a patented product with all necessary certifications is knocking at our doorstep. Does Vestige Prime CMD play a role in cellular nourishment? A very important fact for all of us to know. If you can look in the picture, there is a depiction of a healthy blood cell. And there is also a microscopic depiction of an unhealthy blood cell. Well, in the pathological laboratory, there is a test available called the live blood analysis. Okay, it's called the LBA. Now, before and after 1 hour time lapse after taking CMD, notice the free state of the cell. So the first depiction is live blood analysis of blood as it is. And after taking CMD and a time lapse of 1 hour, when the test was repeated, you can see the free state of the cells, thus giving us an indication of health being restored instantaneously. So Vestige Prime CMD's role in cellular nourishment is already established. 2 points: helps in making water alkaline, enriches water with 84 minerals, trace minerals all included. How do we consume? How do we use this? 7 drops in a liter of water 3 times a day. You know, the normal recommendation is 3 liters of water is what a healthy person should be consuming. So keeping that as an average, this would be about 21 drops per day. In 1 liter bottle, 7 drops. So the kids walking off to school with their water bottle, 7 drops. You go to work with a water bottle, 7 drops. The only word of caution is avoid as much as possible using the CMD drops in a metal vessel. You know, many use water canters made out of different metal. So if you can use that, we would highly recommend you to take this in glass. Glass would be the ideal medium to take the CMD, but avoid using this in metal vessels. Muscle contraction, bone strength, brain function, heart function. 4 activities all in one. Going to be available from the 9th of March. The ones who invited you for this session are the ones who are going, or the ones who shared the link with you, will give you information about its availability and how it can be delivered at your doorstep. What we need to realize is that Prime CMD helps us in healthy cell nourishment. It boosts our metabolism, keeps our skin healthy, helps in absorption, smooth muscle functioning, strengthens immune system. And a quick recap of the things to do. 1, either get yourself a book to realize the hidden messages of water. Don't forget the words of Dr. Otto Warburg. Quote, no disease including cancer can exist in an alkaline environment. Unquote. Words of wisdom from Linus Pauling, 2-time Nobel laureate. You can trace every sickness, every disease, and every ailment to a mineral deficiency. So here we have, friends, acidity. and mineral deficiency with one solution called the CMD. For those of you who are still wondering, whenever I see Mr. Ranjit Tamane on the screen, it gets me closer to his observation. He always mentions he stays a little far away from the city of Pune, and his observation is that in the last 15 years, over 15 years back, dialysis was available only in major cities across the country. So if somebody is suffering with a kidney disorder, had to depend on resources of transportation for hours together to visit the nearest dialysis center. But that is not the case today. Every hospital is equipped with a dialysis unit. What does that indicate? It indicates the rise in the number of kidney-related disorders. His observation was that to meet a good, authentic cardiologist, you need to have a prior appointment of a month and again travel for hours to meet one. But now in every town, I'm not talking of a city, in every town, there are cardiologists available. What does that suggest? Increased demand of cardiovascular disorders. His other observation was IVF was a very unheard thing of, and you had to travel miles and even international to get yourself an IVF treatment for infertility. But now you have an IVF clinic anywhere and everywhere. So friends, let's not stay in a state of denial that we are far away from diseases and disorders. We need to realize the truth in the words of Linus Pauling, that we can trace every sickness, every disease and every ailment to a mineral deficiency. We would definitely want CMD, concentrated mineral drops, to reach your home and everybody at home to enjoy the benefits. How do we start our day? 1 liter of bottle, 7 drops of CMD, take a glass of water in the morning, hold your hand on it and transfer a message. Every day in every way, I am getting better and better. And then one sip. Well, I'm already getting better and better because this is my 3rd session since morning. And this is what we need to do as a healthy practice. You can begin your day, you can close your day with this positive affirmation. We have in many ways picked up a global issue. We have picked up a global issue on acidity and mineral deficiency, and it's time for a surgical strike. Surgical strike into the war zone. The battle is within, and we need a surgical strike, and we are equipped. We are equipped with concentrated mineral drops. Now all we need is you. It's a mission, friends. It's a mission to restore health right from the cell level. So building healthy cells through minerals. And we can't do this alone. We definitely need you in our mission. You need to contact the person who shared the link with you to give you more insight, more information. This has been a rare experience for us in the last few years, 2004 to 2023. 19 years in a row, Vestige has been constantly pursuing the efforts of getting world-class products at our doorstep. We've got a range of health food supplements to restore and revive our health. But it is the first time in history that people are booking in advance. The product is going to be launched on the 9th of March, and there is already a beeline of people who want to experience the goodness of this product. We sincerely appreciate your efforts in sparing time to either watch this link or for so many of you who have logged in live. And as mentioned, I hope you've made your notes. So after having made your notes, share this goodness with your own family, with your own friends, and let us be a part, united in this mission of building healthy cells through minerals. Thanking you so much for your time.